In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a children's storybook with AI for Amazon KDP. Yes, you have heard it right. You can create storybooks from AI and publish and sell them on Amazon KDP. It doesn't matter whether you are a beginner or professional. You can easily create your very own storybook by using AI and simply publish it on Amazon KDP. So to easily create your storybook, you will have to follow this video until the end so you don't miss any single option. So first of all, let's open up a web browser of our choice. Like for example, I will simply open the Google web browser. Now on your web browser, there are a number of options available for you to do this task. You can use ChatGPT for the scripts and create visuals by using any kind of AI writing tools. For this video, I will be using the application which is known as toolbase.com. On your web browser, you very simply have to search for toolbase.com and you will be redirected into this website. You don't have to sign up or create your account. Once you search for the website, you will be redirected into this section which is the main interface of Toolbase. So what exactly is Toolbase? Toolbase is an AI based writing tool in which you can create long or short stories from scratch. The integrated features of Toolbase makes it a great option for us to use in the story writing, and the best part, it is completely free to use. You can try Gemini, DeepSeek and all kinds of AI models with flexibility to switch between them at any point of time. So suppose you have your story created, then comes the main task of formatting it. Formatting your story means the way it will be shown to the general public. You can create soft copies of your story or create a hard copy and publish it globally. If you were to go on Amazon's website and search for children's storybook, you will be able to see countless methods through which people have formatted their storybooks. You can take a look at them and take inspiration to create your very own storybook. Like for example, as you guys can see, this first storybook is called The Trouble with Children according to Cat. This one costs around $11 and if you will click on it, you will be able to see the content inside of it. Like for example, this one has an reading age of 3 to 7 years. The part of series is called The Trouble with Children, which I will later on explain what this actually means. The print length of this story is 40 pages and the language in which it is published is English. Then is the dimensions of this storybook, which doesn't really matter right now as we won't be creating a physical storybook. Let's simply now take inspiration and go back to this main interface to view a couple of more storybooks. Like for example, this one. This one costs around $13 and has 365 bedtime stories and rhymes. So this book has 365 short stories within it. The reading age for this storybook is also 4 years and the print length is about 384 pages. The language is English and the grade level is preschool and up. So as you guys can see, this storybook has 365 different types of stories within it. You can easily create stories through AI and format them in a single book. If you were to scroll up, you will be able to see that this storybook is hardcover, which means that you will receive this book in physical form. Now let's simply scroll down and you will be able to see all kinds of different options in which you can easily sort out or format your storybook. From these books, you also get the overall vibe of your book, the inside and the cover pages inspiration. You can analyze them and create your very own storybook like these as well. Keep this in mind that these books are mostly hard copies, but in our case, we will keep it digital and create an ebook by using KDP. Now, let's start working on creating our very own storybook by using Toolbase. So, you very simply have to come back to the Toolbase application. Now from here, what you will have to do is to scroll down and you will be able to see all of the features that this website offers. You can do AI writing, AI content generation, paragraph expander, AI text generation, AI copywriter, topic sentence, and all kinds of different options are available over here. You can even write blogs and create literally everything that you have in your mind. But to create your storybook, you will have to click on the option that says Story Generator, which is present in the Story and Book Writer Tools section. So you have to click on it. Once you click on it, you will be redirected to this interface. In this interface, the first thing that you will have to do is to enter a prompt right over here. The prompt is the main source of information for your AI tool. The AI will always use your given prompt to create the story. You can use ChatGPT or any AI tool to make your story. Like for example, for this video, I have a story in my mind and I have named it Toby the Tapping Turtle. So you very simply have to write the name of your story in the prompt box. Once you're done with the prompt box, you have to scroll down and you will see the option to choose from many AI models that Toolbase offers. In the Google section, you will be able to see the AI models that Google offers. Then Anthropic, OpenAI, Toolbase, DeepSeek, Facebook, and others. You can view all kinds of AI models, including DeepSeek, which is pretty much the newer versions of all of the AI models, or even ChatGPT 4o latest. For this video, I will be using the ChatGPT/4o latest model because this model is known for writing softer and more children-friendly stories. So I will also recommend you to use this model. Once you have selected your model, you very simply have to click on it. Once you select it, you will see an option that says Advanced Options. You have to click on it and you will be able to see this menu which contains the further details or simply the advanced details of your story writing. These are all optional, but if you have a picture of your story in your mind, then the advanced options comes in handy. Like first of all, the option is character details. In here, you can write the character details, like for example, my story name is Toby the Tapping Turtle. So I can write a turtle or simply Toby the Tapping Turtle over here. In the example, as you guys can see, it is written John, a quirky inventor, and Mary, a mysterious detective. So by using this format, you can very simply enter your character details. You can also enter their height, their features, and anything that comes to your mind. Next up is the setting and atmosphere, which is also optional. In setting and atmosphere, you can enter the overall vibe or the overall mood of your story. Like for example, if your story takes place in a forest or a jungle, you can very simply type that in right over here. In the example, it is written a medieval kingdom with a mystic aura, surrounded by dense forest and ancient ruins. So by using this example, you may be able to get an image of how you can enter the atmosphere and settings of your story. Next up is the format. In your format, you can select the type of story that you wish to write by using Toolbase. In Toolbase, you can create all sorts of stories which can range from prose, screenplay, stage play, short story, letter, diary, fairy tale, myth, fable, and poem. So you very simply have to select an option that comes to your liking. I will recommend you to use fable as it has a moral lesson of the story at the end. So once you're done, you have to move on to the next option, which is story length. In story length, you can select the overall length of your story. So I will simply go with a medium story or a long story. A long story has 900 to 1200 words in it. Next up is your genre. In your genre, you can select the type of story that you wish to use by using Toolbase. You can create mystery, fantasy, adventure, comedy, action, or any kind of story that you want. So as I'm creating a children's storybook, I will simply go with the option that says fantasy. Then is the narrative perspective. In narrative perspective, you can select the perspective of narration which will be integrated into your story. So I will simply select none. Then is the target audience. You have to click on it and select the age section, which is kids, because you're creating a storybook, so kids option is the best for you. Last option is the tone and mode. From here, you can select the overall vibe of your story. So I will simply select the option that says lighthearted. Last up is the additional notes. In additional notes, you can write all kinds of extra instructions. Like for example, if you want plot twist or ending styles, you can enter that over here. So once you're done with your additional settings, you very simply have to click on generate. Once you click on generate, it will take a couple of seconds for the AI tool to create your story. Toolbase allows us, the users, to use its integrated features freely, allowing us to create not just storybooks but also blogs and many more. It has no limit on usage and you don't even need to sign up or create an account, which makes Toolbase the best option for us to write storybooks. So as you guys can see, this is the story that was created by Toolbase. You can use this story if you want and source out bunch of different kinds of stories to put in the same book as well. As for this story, I would say that it has exceeded all of my expectations. As I selected the length of a long story, it has exactly 995 words and the model that was used was ChatGPT 4o latest. So, this is the story that I wish to use in my storybook. Once you're done with that, you very simply have to click on the download option right over here and select the type of file that you wish to use. So I will simply select export as txt. Once you have clicked on it, your file will now be installed and will be available in your system files. So once you have got your story, you will now need to work on the illustrated picture book. You'll have to create artwork for your story, for which you can use Canva or any other kind of tool that you wish to use. You have to keep this in mind that having decent and eye-catching artwork is what makes your storybook interesting in the eyes of a child. So make sure that you put a lot of effort in creating artwork for your storybook. So as for this video, I will be using a software or simply a website which is called Recraft. Recraft is an amazing website that allows you to create AI based pictures or any kind of design that you have in your mind. You very simply have to search for recraft.ai and you will be redirected into this website. First of all, you will have to obviously sign up because it is required for you to create an account before moving. As for whether this application is free to use, yes, it is free to use but with limited capabilities. You will have 60 credits to use overall. If you want to go beyond that, you very simply have to click on upgrade subscription and can simply upgrade to the pro plan or the teams plan. Right now I am on the free plan and it is enough for me to create a single storybook. So in Recraft, first of all you will have to click on the option that says create new project. Once you click on create project, you will be redirected into this interface. First of all, you very simply have to click on image in the create new section. Once you click on it, you will be able to see a box like this, which is your workspace. So you can drag and drop anything into it and create whatever you want to do with it. From here, in the place of the prompt box, you will have to simply enter a scenario which aligns with your storybook. So for example, our story's name was Toby the Tapping Turtle. So let's simply enter a prompt with respect to our title. So I will simply enter a turtle playing in the forest. Once you're done with the prompt, you can change the art style by simply clicking on this picture right over here which says style. Once you click on it, you will be able to see countless different options through which you can create your desired image. Like for example, if you want to use photorealism, vector art, illustration or any kind of artwork that you want to use, you can very simply click on apply. So for this video, I will simply go with something that aligns with a children's story book. So for that, I will simply select the option that says cartoon. Once I have selected my option, I have to click on apply. Once you click on apply, the artwork will be changed right over here. And once you're done, you can also select the dimensions, the specified details, like for example, if you slide this slider to the maximum, the detailing of your image will be extreme. but make sure it will consume more credits of your total 60 credits. Once you have that in mind, you can very simply go with high option or even medium option. So I will simply go with high or medium option. Once you're done with this, the last option is of limiter, which is a paid feature. From here, you can select the number of generated image which you will receive from your prompt. So you cannot access it until you have the pro or the team version of Recraft. So once you're done, you very simply have to click on Recraft. Once you click on Recraft, it will take a couple of seconds or probably a minute or two to create your image. So you very simply have to wait for it. So now as you guys can see, these are the results of my prompt, which are exactly what I wanted for my children's story book. As you guys can see, as I have selected the two images option, there are two different types of results which I can see on my screen right now. So whatever suits you the best, you can very simply select it, or if you are not satisfied with the results, you can again click on Recraft. Once you click on Recraft, you will be able to generate two more new results from the same prompt of yours, but make sure that you keep your limitations of credit in your mind. So these two are the new results of my prompt, and I must say that this first image is what I actually wanted or I wanted to use in my storybook. So once you're done, you very simply have to click on the export option, which is present right over here. Then select the resolution and the type of file that you wish to use. So I will simply click on PDF and click on export. Once you click on export, as you guys can see, now my image and story both are ready to be used. So once your script along with your artwork both are done, now is the time to finally move to Amazon KDP's website. Amazon KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. This is where we will be publishing our book. So open up the Kindle website and you will have to sign up by using your Amazon account. Make sure that you use the same account that you're logged in through Amazon as well, because if you don't have an Amazon account, first of all, you will have to create one. So now in Amazon KDP, what you will have to do is to simply click on the option that says create new title or series. Now KDP will ask us what would we like to create. So KDP allows us to publish our story in a different number of ways. You can either create a Kindle ebook, which we are going to create right now, a paperback, a hardcover of your story, or a series page. So let's simply go with Kindle ebook and click on create ebook. Once you click on create ebook, you will be redirected to this section from where the real work of yours starts, from where you will have to enter all kinds of details. First of all, you will have to select the primary language in which your book is written. So if you come back to your Amazon website, you will be able to see we are basically filling in these details. So the language was English in this book. And as for my story, the language is also English. So I will simply select the English option and move ahead. Then is the book title. In your book title, you very simply have to write the title which you entered in Toolbar's prompt box. So I will simply type in Toby the Tapping Turtle. Next, you will have to enter a subtitle. You can very simply write it if you want, but it is totally optional. Next up is the series option, which I told you that I will cover later on in this video. So series is a collection of your books which are part of the same story or will eventually be. You can add it now, or alternately you can add it later using the options on the bookshelf. So if you will create a story, you will be able to write storybooks of the same kind of story and publish them under the same series. Then is the edition number. You can very simply write your edition number, but it is also optional. Then is your first name and the last name. You have to enter your author name or your contributor's name. So I will simply write in my name. Once you're done with your name, you have to come down to the contributors section. The contributors are those people who helped you in creating your storybook. So if you have any kind of contributor, you can add them right over here in the editor, forward, illustrator, introduction, narrator, photographer, preface, translator, or any kind of contributor that you have. You can enter their name right over here. Once you're done with them, you have to enter a detailed description of your storybook. Keep this in mind that the description of your storybook is a key point which attracts the buyers toward your storybook. If we go back to the Amazon website, as you guys can see, in this 365 bedtime stories, all this text is the description. The description makes your storybook more appealing and more attractive in the eyes of a buyer. So make sure that you write a detailed description. But as for now, I will simply write test description. So once you're done, you have to come down to the publishing rights and select the option that says I own the copyright and I hold the necessary publishing rights. But if your storybook is a public domain work, you can also select that option. Next up is the primary audience, in which you will have to select the age limitations of your storybook. So as we have created a children's storybook, you can very simply click on the option no. Next up is the primary marketplace. In primary marketplace, you have to select the marketplace in which your storybook will be published. So simply click on amazon.com and go down. Next up is the option of categories. So you very simply have to click on choose categories, then click on select one and select the category in which your book falls. So I will simply click on the option that says children's ebook. Then you will have to enter a subcategory. So simply click on it and select the age restrictions, which is ages 3 to 5. You can add as much as you want in the subcategories section, but I will simply do this. Then is the placement option. From here, I will simply select the beginner readers, and once I am done, I very simply have to click on save categories. Next up is the keywords, which are optional. Keywords are present right besides the title of your storybook. These two are the keywords in this case. So you can enter as much keywords as you want. Last option is of the pre-order. In pre-order, you have to select whether you are ready to release your book right now or you want to make your Kindle ebook available for pre-order. So I will simply select the option that says I am ready to release my book now and click on save and continue. Next up is the content section of your ebook. So first of all, you will have to enter the manuscript of your story. So very simply click on upload manuscript and browse through your system files and locate the story that you saved in your system earlier. So once you're done, you very simply have to select it and the Amazon KDP will check for it. Once it is approved, you have to come down to this section which says would you like to apply digital rights management to your files. So you very simply have to select whatever you want to use over here. But as for now, I will simply click on yes, apply digital rights management. Next up is publishing your Kindle ebook cover. So for this, first of all, you will have to select the option that says upload a cover you already have. But you should keep this in mind that only JPG and TIFF formats are available for use. So as you guys know, I downloaded my image in PDF format, but it is not a problem as I can very simply go back to Recraft and again click on export with the selected format, this time JPG. Once you're done, again click on export and your JPG file will be present right over here. So I will simply now go back to Amazon KDP and click on upload your cover file. Then you have to browse through your files and locate the cover that you downloaded into your system files. So once you have selected your cover photo, you will have to go through a process of uploading. Once the uploading is done, you will see a message that says cover uploaded successfully. Now you very simply have to scroll down and select whether you have used AI generated content. So simply click on the option that says yes, and then a new menu will appear in front of you. From this menu, you very simply have to select the type of content that you used AI for generation. So in text, I will simply select any of these options. Then In images, I will simply select again any of these options, and in translation, I will simply select none. Then I will have then you have to scroll down and you will be able to see a preview of your Kindle ebook. Usually it takes some while for you to be able to view a preview of your Kindle ebook. So let's simply skip it for now, and next you will have to enter your Kindle ebook ISBN number, which is optional and you don't have to do anything with it. Next up is the accessibility features. You very simply have to select the first option and click on save and continue. Once you click on save and continue, you will be able to move to the last section of publishing your Kindle ebook, which is pricing. In your pricing, you can very simply select the royalties, pricing, distribution, and all kinds of those details of your Amazon Storybook. So you very simply have to go through all of these options, and once you're done, you have to click on publish your Kindle ebook. Once you click on it, you will be able to easily publish your created Kindle ebook on Amazon. So everyone, that is how you can create children's storybook by using Amazon KDP. Keep this one thing in mind, that I have created a very basic and very simple type of storybook. But in your case, if you want to create all kinds of storybooks, you can very simply browse through the Amazon marketplace and check for all kinds of formats. Once you have gone through all kinds of formats, you will be able to get more inspirations and ideas to create your very own storybook as well. So that's pretty much all for today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel for more informative videos in the future. Until then, stay safe.